Have you ever wondered how to plant your own watermelon? Welcome to a new episode on our channel, Farming Know-How, where we make farming simpler for everyone. Today we're diving headfirst into the wonderful world of watermelon planting. Growing your own produce is not only a sustainable practice but also a rewarding one. There's nothing quite like the joy of biting into a juicy, sweet watermelon, knowing it sprang from the very seeds you planted. This journey of transforming tiny seeds into plump, refreshing fruits is what we're about to embark on. And remember, if you enjoy learning about farming tips and tricks, do hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring more such informative content to you. Ready to get your hands dirty? Let's dig in. First things first, you need to prepare your soil. Now you might be wondering, why so much emphasis on soil preparation? Well, let me explain. Soil preparation is a critical step in the cultivation of any crop, and watermelons are no exception. It's the stage where you set the foundation for your watermelons to grow strong and healthy. Watermelons prefer a particular kind of soil. They love well-drained sandy or silt loam. This type of soil allows the watermelon's roots to penetrate deeply, accessing the nutrients they need without the risk of waterlogging. It's like giving your watermelons the perfect bed to grow on. But before you start tilling your soil, it's a good idea to test your soil's pH level. Watermelons prefer a slightly acidic environment with a pH level between 6 and 6.8. You can easily get a soil testing kit from your local gardening store or online. If your soil's pH level is outside this range, you can adjust it using lime to raise the pH or sulfur to lower it. Now let's talk about soil fertility. One of the best ways to improve your soil's fertility is to add organic matter, such as compost or well-rotted manure. Organic matter acts like a slow-release multivitamin for your soil, providing essential nutrients to your watermelon plants over time. It also helps improve soil structure, making it easier for the roots to grow. So there you have it. Preparing your soil might seem like a lot of work, but trust me, it's worth it. When you take the time to create the perfect environment for your watermelons, you're setting the stage for a bountiful harvest. Remember, good soil preparation is like setting a solid foundation for a house. Without it, your watermelons won't thrive as they should. So, roll up your sleeves, get that soil ready, and let's get those juicy watermelons growing. Once you've prepared the soil, you're ready to plant your seeds. Now that your soil is ready, it's time to plant your watermelon seeds. There's an art and a science to planting these seeds, and when done correctly, you can look forward to an abundance of juicy watermelons come harvest time. So, let's get into it. Each seed holds the potential of a fruitful watermelon plant, but to unlock this potential, we need to plant them correctly. Start by making a hole about 1 inch deep. This depth is just right, as it's not too shallow that the seeds are exposed, yet not too deep that they struggle to sprout. Now, where you plant these seeds is equally important. If you're planting in hills, ensure they are about 2 feet apart. This spacing allows each plant enough room to grow without competing for nutrients and sunlight. On the other hand, if you're planting in rows, make sure to leave about 5 to 6 feet between them. This might seem like a lot, but watermelon plants need plenty of space to stretch out their vines. Once your seeds are snug in their holes, cover them gently with soil. Be careful not to pack the soil too tightly, as this could hinder the seed's growth. Now here comes the magic part, watering. Watering immediately after planting is crucial as it helps the seeds settle in and start the germination process. A gentle shower is all it takes to kickstart this new life. Planting the seeds is more than just pushing them into the ground. It's about creating the best possible conditions for them to grow and thrive. It's about understanding their needs and meeting them. It's about patience, care, and a little bit of love. Remember, the journey from seed to fruit is a marathon, not a sprint. Each step is important and contributes to the final outcome, a beautiful, sweet, and juicy watermelon. With your seeds in the ground, it's time to focus on caring for your plants. And that, dear friends, is a topic for our next scene. Let's carry on this journey together, shall we? Growing watermelons require some care and attention. Like most plants, watermelons need a balance of sunlight, water, and nutrition to flourish. However, when it comes to the nurturing process, a few extra steps can ensure a bountiful harvest. Water is a critical part of a watermelon's life cycle. These plants are thirsty, especially during dry spells. Ensure to water them regularly so their roots can absorb enough moisture to support the growth of those juicy fruits. But remember, it's all about balance. Overwatering can be as harmful as underwatering, leading to waterlogged roots and reduced fruit quality. Weeds are like uninvited guests at a party, consuming the nutrients meant for your watermelons. Regular weeding is essential to keep these intruders at bay. But weeding can be a daunting task, right? Well, there's a solution: mulch. Applying a layer of organic mulch around your plants not only suppresses weed growth but also helps retain soil moisture and adds nutrients to the soil as it decomposes. Now let's talk about pests and diseases. Watermelons can attract a variety of pests, including aphids, cucumber beetles, and vine borers. Diseases like powdery mildew and anthracnose can also pose threats. The key is early detection. Regularly inspect your plants for signs of infestation or disease. If you spot any, don't panic. Most garden centers carry a range of organic and synthetic solutions to help manage these issues. On another note, companion planting can be a natural and effective way to deter pests. Planting marigolds or nasturtiums among your watermelons can keep some pests at bay, adding a dash of color to your garden too. Maintaining your watermelon plants might seem like a lot of work, but trust us, the payoff is worth it. Seeing your garden flourish with plump, ripe watermelons is a sight to behold, a reward for your efforts. With proper care, you'll soon see your plants thriving. And there's nothing quite like the taste of a homegrown watermelon, picked fresh from your garden. It's a taste of summer, a taste of success. After all your hard work, it's finally time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. The moment we've all been waiting for, harvesting your watermelons. But how can you tell when a watermelon is ripe for picking? Well, let's dive into it. Firstly, one of the most common signs of a ripe watermelon is when the bottom turns yellow. Yes, that's right. The part of the watermelon that's been resting on the ground will change from a whitish or greenish color to a more yellowish hue. This color change is a good indicator that your watermelon is ready to be picked. Now let's talk about the watermelon's tendrils. Tendrils are the curly, vine-like structures that grow out of the watermelon plant. The tendril closest to your fruit is another great ripeness indicator. When it dries up and turns brown, it's another signal that your watermelon is ripe for the picking. But wait, there's more to it. It's not just about identifying a ripe watermelon, it's also about how you harvest it. The right way to harvest a watermelon is to cut it, not pull it. You see, pulling can damage the vine and the fruit. So always use a sharp knife or a pair of garden shears. Cut the stem close to the fruit, but leave a bit of stem on the melon to help it stay fresh longer. And remember, watermelons don't continue to ripen after they're picked. So, make sure to pick your watermelons when they're at peak ripeness to enjoy the sweetest, juiciest fruit. Harvesting watermelons may seem like a daunting task at first, but once you understand the signs of ripeness and the right harvesting technique, it becomes a rewarding and delicious endeavor. So there you have it. You've not only grown your watermelons from seed to fruit, but you've also successfully harvested them. Now you know how to grow your own delicious watermelons. Growing watermelons might seem daunting at first, but it's a rewarding experience. We've walked you through the entire process today from start to finish. Remember, the journey begins with preparing the soil. Ensuring it's rich, well-drained, and warmed up before sowing your seeds is crucial. Then comes the part where we plant the seeds. A little patience and care go a long way here. Don't forget to water them regularly and protect them from pests. As your plants grow, they'll need your constant attention. Regular watering, weeding, and protection from pests and diseases are key, and when the time is right, the joy of harvesting awaits. Look for the telltale signs we've discussed to pick your watermelons at the peak of their ripeness. Thank you for joining us today on Farming Know-How. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more farming tips and tricks. Happy farming!